Good evening. Tonight we're going to make pickled jalapenos. Now, Trader Joe's sells these pickled jalapenos. My parents asked me to try them. I immediately fell in love with them. I'm not a jalapeno person. I'm not even a pepper person. Hardly, but these are good. They have just the right amount of crisp, just the right amount of sweetness, and just the right amount of spice to flavor up anything that you're cooking. You just throw some of those on and it makes anything taste like delicious. So we're gonna make some of our own, and to do that, because I really wanted to mimic what Trader Joe's had, but you might pay upwards of, I don't know, $4 to $8 for a jar like this. So let's make our own, and it's very cost effective to do this. What you're going to need is 2 pounds of jalapenos, and jalapenos are pretty reasonably priced anyway at the grocery store. Then you're going to need some pickling lime. This is what it's called, pickling lime, which I got on Amazon. And it will make that little crisp crunch that you want to have in a pickle or in these jalapenos, in our case, what we're doing. Okay, so that's the first step. I'll show you what we need as we keep going along, but we're going to make a solution here of a half cup of that pickling lime and 2 quarts of water. We're going to chop up those jalapenos, and we're going to let them sit in this lime solution for 12 hours. And then we're going to come back together and I'll show you the rest of the steps to get them pickled and ready to eat and have that nice crisp crunch to them. Are you ready? Let's go. These have been sitting now overnight for 12 hours, and now I'm going to rinse them and put it in an ice bath for 3 hours. Okay, now the jalapenos have been sitting in the ice for about 3 or 4 hours actually. So here they are. The next thing I'm going to do is just add 6 cups of sugar and 6 cups of vinegar to a pot over here and get it boiling right now. So it's got to be equal parts of sugar, equal parts of vinegar, and for the amount we're doing, that's the numbers we need. You can see it's a nice caramel color. I had that pot a little too hot when I put that sugar in. Kind of cooked it a bit there. That's okay, we're still gonna go for it. And now we're gonna drain off our jalapenos. Once this is boiling, we're gonna add the jalapenos to this vinegar and sugar solution, and we'll work it up to a boil again, and then we'll time it for 5 minutes, and that's really it. So from here I'm going to go make sure I have some lids and some jars that are sterilized and ready to go. Okay, you can see that is boiling. Let's add the jalapenos to that. Okay, we bring this to a boil. Once it gets there, we'll time it for 5 minutes. It's simmering around the edges, but it's not quite boiling. So we're gonna let it get to a good boil before we time it for 5 minutes. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but we got a pretty good boil actually going on underneath all of those jalapenos there. So I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes now. The last 3 minutes, I'll put in some pepper flakes just to give it a little bit more of a kick, because these really do turn out kind of mild, on the milder side for jalapenos. And so we'll add a little bit of red pepper flake, and then we'll be done. Okay, they are super hot, and so that heat is just going to suction those hot lids that I had heated already up in some hot water. It's going to just suction those right on there. We got about 5 jars out of that batch. I was hoping for 6. We got 5. So there you go. I'll let you know how they taste.